Hello. Well, welcome to Jeddah. Round two of the season. I'm still here. I've made it to the second round. I haven't been fired. What an achievement, eh? Let's bloody go. Saudi Arabia. What an awesome track. Will we see any drama like we did last season in the V carbs? Oh, hello, Wilvers. So yeah, round two of the season. Uh, very different track to Monza. Dark for a start. Oh, hello. I am in game chat. That's probably a problem. Bear with me. There we are. So, yeah. 19 drivers today. There should have been 20. But I don't know who's missing. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute. Wilvers, I hit a 130 flat. We're about to find out where that would put you on the grid, mate. 7 tenths up on your time. Good stuff. Who have we got tonight with us? We've got Mamo, Colin, Watson, Hayes, Alpha Romes, Sab, Rapid, Find the Pass, Vadi, Akakev, Kasi, Jeffy Knott, Moomin, Brewdog, Beastie, Delano, Gumba, Halford, and Gupta. Who is missing? Looks like a Williams. I will find out who that is in a minute. Anyhow, let's get sorted. What can I tell you about Jeddah? It is fast, fun, chaos. Turn 3 is it? Or turn 4? The inside wall is very, very dangerous. Looks like we're on board with Mamo here. He'll be hoping for another strong result after last week, where Ransdell was your winner, but unfortunately, he, along with there we go, along with his teammate Bucko, neither Sauber is here tonight. Bizarrely, not too sure why, but there we are. It is what it is. But hello, Rapid. Good evening, sir. You weren't here last week, were you? You missed Monza, so Wilvers, yeah, turn 3. It must. I don't know if they class it as turn 4 potentially. I'm not sure. Anywho, who have we got first? It is a Red Bull. Is it Moomin? It's not Moomin. It's Alpha Romes. They've repaired his wing from Tuesday night. So we'll be hoping for a slightly better result. But he's on hard tyres, so maybe just doing a little bit of practice. So we will watch someone on the softs do a proper qualifying lap time. It's Valley, the big boss. He likes to think he's in charge. Here he comes across the line. Vati, of course, South African. Sunday Season 7 Constructors Champion. Now, his trophy was delivered to him this week. Split in half it was. And I can assure you it wasn't like that when it left my house. But, yeah, not great. But at least it made it to him, unlike something I sent him previously. Where is he going? He shouldn't be going there, mate. Anywho, it's not a great start for Vate. Find the Pass, reserving tonight. I believe he's on the waiting list for a full-time seat later in the season, should one become available. But he is back after, I believe it was China last season. He had a little, shall we say, incident causing him to see the rest of the season from the sidelines, shall we say. We'll leave that there. But here he is now, coming through. There's that dangerous corner where you just clip the inside wall and game over. In the kick Sauber tonight, he's not got the new livery, unfortunately. And he's, that corner's tricky. You railroad, and that's your lap over, unfortunately. Who is going to be first? Let's go to Mamo then. You know the battery down the back straight now up towards the final corner. It's going to be one of the first, if not the first, to set a competitive time. Moomin goes fastest for now with a 29.0. So it's good times there for a Moomin on the mediums though. Here comes Mamo now. It's a 27.9 straight into the 127s. Carsey 26.8. That's him done for 15 minutes. Put your feet up. Vatty with a 155. It's a great lap for Vatty there. He'll be happy with that. He's going again though. He's got plenty of fuel. So yeah, the Saubers are actually constructors' current leaders, of course, but they haven't got any drivers tonight, so I can't see them leading at the end of it. No, they're not. They're not. Ignore what I just said. Just forget what I said. Who is leading the constructors? Let's have a look. I believe it's Williams. It is Williams. They're leading, and it's Watson and Karma Reduced, who is not here. Bizarrely, it's unlike him. Hopefully he'll be here shortly, but we'll see. So yeah, Williams after a bear with me. Sorry, Watson 4th last week and Karma P7. Great result for them. They have 38 points and they're leading the constructors after round 1. And then we have Sauber 2 points behind, but obviously, like I mentioned, Ransdell and Bucko both not here. Every other full-time driver is here. As Vatty gets a little tow here. We've seen his lap. I haven't been watching. It was probably rubbish. But here he comes around the final corner up to the line. Can he get into the 28s? Maybe that'll be his target, I reckon. Let's see what he can do. No. 29.1 goes P4. That'll be, I reckon, pretty tight to get through to Q2. Of course, previously, this has been one of the hardest tracks for the controller, I would say, in my opinion. It's definitely noticeable, having recently changed over to wheel, that it is a lot trickier on the pad for whatever reason. Let's now see Goomba across the line in the Ferrari. Going to start his lap. He'll be hoping for some rain in the desert, but I can't see it. But you know, you never know, Goomba. He is the lobby host to this evening, so he might have tampered with the weather. We shall see. Comes through sector 1 now. This is brilliant to race on a hot qualifying lap. Great fun when you get it right, of course. When you don't, it's not so great, of course. Carsey retires out. He's going to go have a beer. He'll be back in 15 minutes. 33-1 sector 1 for Goomba then. Coming through the left-hander 4th gear. And then back up towards the other end of the track. This next corner is a tricky one for me. You can sometimes hit the inside wall or run wide or understeer, and then there's a lot of people spin there. It's a tricky little section, and then onto the first of the 3 DRS zones now. Down towards the end of sector 2, 101.8. I have no idea what that means compared to anyone else, unfortunately. Carsey, of course, didn't win here last season. It was perhaps controversially won by his teammate, Mr. Roses. But we'll forget that has happened. We won't mention that anymore. That's enough of that. There's Goomba now across the line. 29.4. It's a good lap from Goomba. There's a car there off the track. Who else have we got on a lap? We got Rapid. He's invalidated, unfortunately. Find the pass. Go it again after his earlier invalidation. 33.0 sector 1. Beautiful Sauber car. Soon to be Audi, of course, for next season. Can't wait for that. Find the pass. Should be able to get through, I would have thought. He's very up and down as Mr. Peas. Find the Peas, as we like to call him. He'll be hoping to get through with just this particular lap as he comes down the straight. Well, it's not really the straight that's not a straight. It's a 101.7 through the middle sector, so just there to Goomba. So I'll be hoping to be around Vatty's time, he would have thought, but we shall see. He comes now down towards the last corner. Hopefully he doesn't hit the wall on the outside like Verstappen in 2021. Comes now low on fuel, so this will be his last lap on these tyres. Comes to the line, not burning much battery there, bizarrely. 29.6 for P, so he will have to go again, I would have thought, but he's got plenty of time. So we've got Colin now coming round to start a lap. We've got Beastie on a lap. Beastie is the WAOF1 Pro Club's striker, of course, so he's probably the top scorer. I haven't played recently, I'm just tired, and you know, team needed a break from me, let's put it that way. But here he is in the Mercedes tonight with his teammate Rapid. Both Mercedes here for the first time this season. Obviously Rapid wasn't at Monza, unfortunately, for whatever reason. So obviously, speaking of Monza, it was a very strategic race won by Ransdell on the one-stop strategy, which I wish personally I'd done on Tuesday, but this is more of, I would say, unless there's an early safety car, it's more of a dead cert one stop, I would imagine. But who knows, we might see a few people try to two-stop if there's an early safety car, or if they're looking for some entertainment. Hello James. James says oi. My message didn't send as Beastie goes P5 with 29.0. Good luck for Beastie. Obviously Gupta's is invalidated, unfortunately. Colin with a 42.6. It's a great time. Your message didn't send. Well, I can read it, so I don't know. Wilfers, if you can hear me, you're only a 10th off Hayes. She's done a 29.9, so get yourself in, mate. Get yourself on the grid soon enough. Colin goes up to P6 with 28.6. Good luck from Colin. Should be through, I would say. Probably safe. She was on hards. Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. She's out now on the softs. We'll give her some airtime for you, basically. Beautiful Haas. Beautiful Haas car. What's going on? He's now. Try to support her all the races. Wow, the support is what she needs. It's what keeps you going, you know. Adam Halford is on 5 laps. He's using Q1 as more of a practice session, clearly. Interesting. Tactic, he's obviously still a bit rusty. Low wings in quali is not the strat. Oh dear. Sad. Well, you're second, mate, so don't worry too much. The top guys will start to retire out. I think they're safely through. Which they probably are, in fairness. Let's watch the Haas cars now. Brewdog coming around the final bend. Not sure what's going on there. He's coming in the pits. He's coming back in. He's coming back in. Hayes on a lap. Let's watch Hayes for Wilvers. Give us some airtime for ya. 5 minutes left then. Of course, it's only the top 15 that go through that this first part of qualifying. So you don't need to set a rapid time, you just need to be 15th or higher and have 4 wheels on your car and you're through. Really, that is how it goes. Hayes now making her way through the middle sector of the lap. There's an Alpine just up ahead. She should be clear for traffic. Hello Beastie. How are you doing? I was just saying how Mateta needs to come back. Bring back Mateta. Hayes now 1016 through the middle sector. So that was slightly ahead of Goomba. So not great, to be honest. Wilbersby, you're not that far off her. You should go just inside the top 10 would be my prediction. So let's wait and see. Let's see if I'm right. Hoping for a better result than last week. I can't remember where you finished. I will have a look in a second. Hayes to the line. Yeah, just inside the top 10. 28 sets. See, I know. This guy knows what he's talking about, clearly. There's now... Find the passes out on the hard tyres as he's in the wall. So that's not great. Not too sure what that's about, but there we are. Brewdog on an outlap. Jeffy Nort on a hot lap now. Bringing it round. He just needs to beat 4 people and he's through. That's all you got to do. Beat 4 drivers, because it doesn't look like Karma is going to make it. Unfortunately. Whether he makes it for the race or not, I don't know. That is not something I'm aware of. But there we are. We'll see. Jeffy not using any batteries, so he is doing an extra outlap. Unless he made a mistake in Sector 1. Brewdog also an outlap now. Find the pass back in the pits. Not too sure what that was about, but it didn't work. Don't try it again. Kev up in 14th at the moment, looking very strong. Kev's been given a bit of coaching from Hilly, I believe, based on Tuesday's stream, and he'll be hoping that it's found him a little bit of performance. The top 8 have all retired, so they're all thinking they're safe. They should all be safe. Hayes should also be safe. Vatty thinks he's safe. Let's wait and see. It's going to be tight, I think, for Vatty. We're about to find out. Kev now coming up to start his final lap of the session. Across the line, losing a lot of battery already. He's in medium today, so he's learned what not to do. So they're all coming out the pits there. Just avoiding him. He comes up now to turn 4. Don't hit the inside wall. Kev will be open for no penalties tonight. After the abuse I seem to have been giving him so far. As oh dear, Goomba has left the session. That is not ideal. Hayes' time is coming up as the fastest time. This is very strange. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but I think the lobby might be broken. Goomba is showing us in the pits. Oh, and there he is in the pit. I don't know what's going on. That's weird. That's slightly off-putting. Jeffy Dork goes up to P10, 29.0. Brewdog, 1,000th behind. Wow. Wow. Fatty now is in big trouble, unfortunately. Watson now will be next. Really? Yes, he will. He'll be next across the line. Can he get above Vatty? I didn't see his middle. He's on his 3rd lap on these tyres now, so he'll be struggling a bit. He should be okay. Here he comes now, burning all his battery up to the line. Doesn't improve. Wow. P4 last week. He's in danger of missing out in Q1 this week. Kev starts his final lap. Goomba is unfortunately out, just that late disconnect, and we've got Peas and Alpha Rome's on a lap. Alpha Rome's though, it's not looking great for him. Maybe I said they repaired his wing after Tuesday. Maybe they haven't, because it's not looking good. Here he comes. He's going in the pits, I believe. No, he's coming across the line to complete the lap. Is it going to be enough? It is just goes up to 13th. Watson, Halford's out. Wow, one of the title favourites out in Q1. Serves him right for driving around and doing his practice. He shouldn't have done that, should he? Kev now. Is he 3 times up? I can't see because of the overlay. I will sort that out in a second. It's Kev or Watson. Can Kev knock his mate out in Q1? Let's find out. Around the final corner now. I'm bold with him. Burning all the battery now out to the line. What can he do? His yellow flags, just ignore that and give it everything. Here he comes. He's done it! Yes, Kev. Knocks his mate out. Find the pass now. Be the last man. Across the line. Will it be Peas or Vatty? Peas or Vatty? Here he comes. Up to the line. It's Peas. Vatty's out. Unfortunately, Hayes has done a 28.5. What? What? That was strange. I'm not too sure what that's about. Unfortunately, I need to sort my audio out. My overlay. There we go. So, there's something strange going on here. But Batty, Watson, and then the two Ferraris on the back row. Did they start on the back row last week? Am I right in thinking? Because Halford was late last week, and this week he's just not good enough. Unfortunately, and Gumba doing the rain. The game is a little bit broken. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but we'll plod on onto Q2 and see what happens, I guess. Yeah. Who bloody knows? See if anyone's saying anything, because so anyway, let's have a look at the results from last week. Obviously, I mentioned Ransdell won after a one-stop strategy. It was Carsey in second, which is, for Carsey, a very disappointing result. Gupta in third, his first podium of the season, of course, and his move from Tuesday to Thursday. Then it was Watson, and then Mamo. Great drive from Mamo. Good to see him back at the front. And then Halford from 20th to 6th. We'll be hoping for something similar this evening, unfortunately now. Karma reduced to, I don't know where he is. Hopefully he's okay. But he's not here, which is very unlike him, so hopefully he'll make it for the race. And Rich was a reserve in P8, and then the two Aston Martins, Colin and Delano 9th and 10th, and then Beastie 11th. So Beastie's hoping for a top 10, if he's hoping for a better result than last night. Top 10 is Beastie's target, and then it was Hayes, Vatty, Moomin, Jeffy Nort, Bucko, Brewdog, Gumba, Alpha Romes, and Kev. Hello, Vatty! You're out, mate. So everyone finished last week, so that's always good to see. Hopefully we'll get the same this week, but turn 4, you just never know. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Man United are not losing yet, which is a shame. Vatty has a slight skill issue. I think it's quite a major skill issue. I was just telling everyone, Vatty, about your trophy. You actually got 2 trophies. Right. Now, most of these guys at this stage of the session will be on used tyres. I got 2. To see if they can get through on the used tyres. I imagine Carsey and what's his name, Sab, I imagine they'll be almost certainly on the used tyres, and they'll almost certainly make it through. Everyone else, they'll try their best, but I imagine it'll be a bit of a struggle. But we'll see, we'll see. You never know. Who do you want to watch? Who do we want to watch? We don't want to watch Carsey. You've seen Peas. Let's have a look at Alpha Romes, shall we? Hopefully it's hello, Oses. No Ferrari again. Alpha Romes across the line. Hello to the Alpha Romes family, as always. I hope you didn't watch the race on Tuesday. It was a bit of a disaster for your boy. Rear wing damage, of course. Around Spain is not what you want. But to be fair, he didn't do much worse than me. So, you know, it's not the end of the world as he goes wide. It doesn't invalidate, but that was pretty rubbish, I'll be honest. It's going to have cost him a lot of time. So that lap is now in the bin. Patty is here for the vibes. I'm here for a laugh. Oses is here to to see Ferrari, so he's probably left. Alfa Rome's that was crap, mate. Try again later. That was perhaps a bit harsh from me, but you know, ignore that. Let's watch Moomin. Swedish. Is it Swedish? Yeah, he's Swedish. Yasin Ayari. What a player. Moomin now in the Red Bull this year. It's casting for 27-1. That is outrageous. In a minute I will find his pole time from last season, which was only probably 6 weeks ago, if that. Moomin makes his way past the racing bull. It's not Fatty, that one. That must have been Mamo, because Fatty's having a beer. 26-1. Wow, so he can improve by a full second on that. That's crazy. Here comes Moomin up to the line. 28-1. But I imagine Carsey there was on used tyres. Like I said, he doesn't want to waste any tyres getting through this session. He doesn't need to, really. He could probably go out on the wets. To be honest, he's that good. Gupta as well. Yeah, there's no RB front row this time, unfortunately, Matty. Let's side down there. Here is Mateta making his way through sector 2 in the Mercedes. Mateta Mercedes. Beastie. Although, very disappointingly, he's not called Mateta this season. I don't know what he's called this year, but it's not Mateta, so I don't play with him anymore, unfortunately. As this looks a bit fun. That was carnage there. Coming up to the final corner now. Can Beastie get into the 28s? That'll be his target. Kev is absolutely flying this evening. Who won last time we raced on a Thursday? I've already mentioned it, and I said when I mentioned it originally I wasn't going to mention it again, so we won't talk about that. Technically it was Carsey. He crossed the line first. We'll go with that. We'll leave that. We'll leave it there, I think, on that one. I was actually 4th, so one of my joint best result of the season. 3-second gap in half a lap. Anyway, I should pay more attention to what's going on here. Sorry, everyone. Mamo's doing that. Jeffy Knott coming around the final corner. Let's watch Jeffy Knott across the line. Look at all this traffic that's going on. Here he comes now up to the line. Can he get inside the top 10? He can. P9, 29.9. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that's going to be enough for him. Kev's still up there in P. Kev looking very strong this evening. Very good to see. Brewdog. Cautiously through there, looking good. I love that helmet, by the way. Big fan of that. Can I hide? Yeah, here we go. That's not quite what I wanted. That is this one. Yeah, that's what we want. Look at that. Beautiful helmet. Brewdog. Taking it steady. Looking good. Still relatively new to the league. He joined for... Has he got a dog on his helmet? Yes, he has. And I'm a big fan of it. I didn't know this. He could do that. I might have to adopt this myself. Here he comes now. Up to this far chicane. It's on a bit of a slow lap. Brew dog. Yes. You're right. I love it. Hello. Oh dear. Brewdog just taking it steady. Just looking to get a time on the board and get a delta for his next lap, I assume. Here he comes across the line. It's a 29.6, so he'll be able to go a lot faster than that for sure. The Roscoe helmet has been in the game since release. Well, don't I look silly now? As who was that? Delano goes up to P4. Still. different league for the top two this evening, unfortunately, at the moment. Obviously, without Varane to do it, it's tricky for anyone really to get up there. Although Gupta last week managed to at Monza. So we'll see if he can do it again tonight. And obviously, Halford, when he sorts his shit out, will be back up there. I don't know what's going on with him this evening. Don't know what that's all about, but there we are. Got Rapid on an outlet. And Osis and Vati are getting engaged in the chat. That is lovely to see. For anyone who doesn't know, I was out at the Brighton game last night. So this is already better, to be honest. Just watching you lot go around in circles is much more entertaining. Because we're just going to stare at Oscar now. I think until Brewdog pits, which she has straight away. So that's a shame. Rapid on a lap now, coming through sector 1. Weird circle. That is true, but it's, you know, it's... I don't know what shape you'd call this. Rapid 8 temps up in sector 1, so he is pushing hard here now. So let's watch him here. What can he do? How do I... I'll get used to these buttons eventually. Sorry, everyone. 8/10 improvement would take him straight into the 28, so he'll be looking for a low 28 at least. It's called a corner. It's a Jeddah Corniche rocket. Yes. 1 point for Rapid is absolutely flying here. He'll be open. He might be able to get into third place here. Can he sneak into the 127s? We shall see. Sam Baldock. 2015. Rapid 27.8. Up to P3 as I suggested. So I'm getting all these times right. Now we got a little lull whilst everyone goes back to the pits. And then they'll all come out at the same time at the end, and it'll be an absolute nightmare for me. Because Hayes has crashed. That isn't great. You don't want to be doing that. That is not ideal for her. So Wilbers with a 30.0 would have actually out-qualified Hayes this evening. Technically. Although Hayes did his fastest time in Q1. But Wilbers, you're the faster driver, mate. You can take something out of that, I'm sure. As Mamo now starts what will be his final run. Now in the V car, beautiful car. Absolutely gorgeous. Here he comes now through sector 1. Looking good. Looking very good. Mamo back on form this season with Vati on his team now. Good old Vati's pulled him into shape. It's just what he needs. Unlike Liverpool, unfortunately for him. Although they got a great result last night against Sunderland. Here comes Mamo now. Through sector 2, looking good. It's very fast, this track. Corners just come out of you. Some of them are blind. You don't know what's going to be around the corner. He's coming up to a McLaren, which will be Kev. Kev back out on used tyres, interestingly. He's overconfident, is Mr. Kev. Or he's not got any tyres left. I imagine he's run out of tyres. Probably. But if Kev can get through to Q3, he will be buzzing. But we're about to find out. They're all going to leave the garage now at the same time, so that's going to be fun. Mamo goes up to P5. He should be safe with that, but I think he would have used 2 sets in Q1, and then the third set in Q2. Get to come back out. Kev on a lap here, just ahead of all the traffic, fortunately for him. Kev looking very strong this evening. I don't remember him being this strong around here last season, so Hilly must have, I don't know what Hilly's done, but he's given him a kick up the arse, and now he's not getting any penalties tonight, Kev. I've promised him. Tonight is the night. Kev is looking very good here. If he can get any sort of improvement, I'd be happy. Will just says she's a donut. He's low on battery though, Kev here, so this final sector may be a bit of a struggle. But we'll see. What can he do? Is it an Alfa Romeo just ahead of him? Not an Alfa Romeo, was it? Don't listen to me. It's a Kick Sauber. Around the final corner he comes. Up to the line. And he's pit. Thanks Kev. He's going to be close for Kev, I think. But that is one of his best qualifying performances. Possibly ever, to be honest. He'll be very happy with that. Who have we got first? Let's go with Brewdog. 7 temps up through Sector 1. Absolutely flying. Over a second now. So he will go above Kev as someone else has already. That's Colin, goes up to P8. So Kev is in danger now. Brewdog round the final corner. Gonna burn all the battery left, surely. Here he comes. What can he do? Can he get in the top 10? Let's have a look. He can. Kev is knocked out, unfortunately. Who is next? It's Jeffinor, also a second up. The moment that would take him to right on the cusp of the top 10, so this is going to be very close for Jeffinor. Obviously Hayes out of the session, so that only leaves 4 spots remaining. One is filled by Kev, who will take the other 3. Jeffinor, unfortunately for him, out. Beastie 3 temps up. That's not going to be enough for Beastie. One of the passes invalidated, so he's out. So it's between Beastie and Alfa Rome's now. One of them is through, one of them is out. What can Beastie do? Down into that final corner, down to 3rd gear. On the power, using every bit of battery that he's got left. Up to the line now. Can he beat a 28.7? He does a 28.7, but it's enough. He scrapes through into the Q3. Great lap from Beastie there. Unfortunately for Alfa Rome's, he's out. P11, 39 thousandths. So Alfa Rome's, Jeffinor, Kev find the path, and Hayes unfortunately out in Q2 there. And now shit gets real. Aston's cooking. Well, 7th and 9th, it's not right. Yeah, Kev. Great lap from Kev, as I've mentioned quite a few times actually. It's getting a bit weird now. Alfa Rome's, Jeffinor, Kev find the pass, and Hayes unfortunately eliminated from Q2 there. Brewdog through to Q3. It's a great lap from Brewdog. Brewdog, of course, I imagine that is his first Q3, but I can't remember where he qualified last week, so that's not great from me. Anyway, now then, Q3, 10 drivers remain. I imagine it'll be Carsey and then Sab on the front row, but all for a shock or a surprise. Who is going to get As Karma is here. Karma Reduced has joined the lobby. I knew he'd make it. I knew he'd make it. We got Mamo, Colin, Sab, Rapid, Carthy, Moomin, Brewdog, Beastie, Delano, and Gupta through the Q3. Who is going to take pole behind Carthy? This is one of Carthy's stronger tracks. So he's almost nailed on, unfortunately. I think we should make him start from the back, personally. But, you know, that's not up to me. So who is out first? Is it Colin or Delano? It's Delano, of course it is. Former comms, of course. I could learn a thing or two from Delano, I'm sure. Very good driver. Very fun to race with. Absolutely great little battle I had with him here. Well, everywhere, really. He's always good fun to battle with. Of course. Friends with his teammate. Will they be friends at the end of the season? Who knows? They might have a little battle and fall out, or anything really, you know. Or they might not follow the pit rules, you know, the papaya rules, whatever that is in Aston. The Aston Green rules. They might split up. Who knows? Maybe me and Delano will swap roles halfway through the season. Who knows? Anyway, enough of that gibberish. Let's watch Delano. He's first out in Q3. Got a whole clear track ahead of him. There's Beastie or who's he let free? Carthy. We're gonna watch the master at work now. Can he get into the 25s? Knowing Carthy? Probably. What is he doing? Here he comes then. Up to start his first lap of the Q3 session. His first of probably 2 laps in this session. Obviously only 12 minutes. I just taught Carthy how to do this track. Yeah. Enough of that, mate. Here he comes. Up into the first chicane now. Absolutely beautiful. To me, this lap would look absolutely incredible, but Carthy no doubt will find something. Oh, so close to that wall. He'll find something wrong with it, no doubt. As we come now through the first sector. Beautiful piece of track, this. Absolutely love driving this part of the track. Beautifully done there from Carthy. It's a 31.8 first sector. Very, very strong. Now burn some battery through there, up to this next chicane. Oh, such a good track, this, just watching the master at work. I'm just going to sit here and stare. Great to see. Here he comes. Under 1 minute. Under 1 minute. Blimey, that was terribly said. I apologise. Under 1 minute through the middle sector, so he's looking very fast. Used a lot of battery though, so he's going to be low down towards the start-finish line. But don't think that's going to make much difference, unfortunately. Here he comes now out the final corner. Burning everything. DRS up to the line. It's a 26.2. It's not good enough, unfortunately. He'll be hoping for better. He's slipped. Only 1.3 seconds ahead of second there. It's just not very good, is it? Moomin goes 4th for 28.2. Delano 3rd. Beastie 5th. Who's next? Mamo's invalidated, unfortunately. Colin's invalidated, unfortunately. Brewdog's on an outlap. So Rapid now coming through the middle sector. It's looking pretty good for Rapid, to be honest. It's just above a 1 minute time. Burning that battery. Oh, he's just telling me you want to be low on battery, which I guess this is probably one of the tracks I should listen to him. There aren't many, and there haven't been for many years. There's been many years where Oasis has been in my shadow, shall we say. But annoyingly, in the last few months, I shut up. Rapid invalidated somewhere. No, he didn't. It's a 27.3. Don't know why that took so long to come up, but there we are. A whole second behind Carthy. That's crazy. Gupta now. Also in the final sector. We stunk out the gap. We don't talk about Spain. This is Thursdays. We only talk about Alfa Rome's on a Tuesday. On Thursday. Here comes Gupta to the line. 27.8 for Gupta. Only P4. Disappointing for him. There's Colin isn't on a lap. Brewdog is on a lap. Be hoping to go somewhere around below 28, so I imagine 27 for Brewdog would be a good time, I would have thought. Let's see what he can do. Great corner this if you get it right. It's very difficult to get it right, but when you get it right, it is very satisfying. Along the DRS straight now. No one ahead of him. Beautiful clear track. Down into the brakes. WAOF1 James is online. Hello there, sir. Round the final corner for Brewdog. Up to the line. DRS, ERS, everything he's got. 29.0. P7. So Mamo and Colin are going to have one attempt and one attempt only. Unfortunately for them. It's better than... Wow. Better than none, I suppose. My controller is vibrating like crazy. Don't know what that's about. Well, the Man United game looks fun. Everyone now on the way back to the pits, or already in the pits. They'll all come out with about 2.5 minutes left. They're all shy, you see, so they all sit in the garage and come out together. They don't want the airtime. So who is going to get P2? It looks like Carsey's got this nailed on for pole. Who is going to be second and who is going to be third? Well, Rapid will be very happy to be sat in second at the moment, but can he stay there? I'm not sure he can, but it all depends on what the two guys behind him, of course, can do. And obviously Beastie is having an espresso. Beastie's having a coffee. Carsey's having a beer. Beastie's having a coffee. O's having a squash. Everyone's a winner. They're all now sat in the pit lane. La 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 la. Here we go. Someone's leaving the garage. It's Gupta. Find the passes back. It's good to be back. Carsey went for a mid-race nap. I do have my juice. Welcome back, Peas. You probably weren't expecting to hear me, but hello. Gupta's first out then. He's got the track to himself. He can do what he wants. Do a few donuts if he wants. Keep us entertained. Hopefully by the time he gets back round, though, he won't have 9 other cars in his way. It looks like there's someone else leaving already, so he should be alright. But we shall see. It's Moomin, I believe, leaving the garage. Good old Moomin. Love that guy. Oh. Gupta then. P3 last week in the race. I think he was pretty happy with that, to be honest. He also went for the one stop, but Carsey was too quick, unfortunately. He got him, I believe it was on the last lap, or the second last lap. So it was a very exciting end in Monza, obviously. Very good fun. Highly enjoyed that. Be hoping for the same again. As Gupta starts his final lap of the session now. Across the line then. 204 miles per hour on the brakes into the first chicane. Absolutely throw the car into there. Second gear, interestingly, through there. And then down towards the terrifying turn 4. If you get too close, it's game over. I'm sure most of you have found out for yourselves. I know I certainly have on multiple occasions. Yeah, we've all done it. Go up to then What's his first sector split? It's 2.5 tenths up, so he'll be looking to challenge for that front row if he can keep this going for the rest of the lap. Like I said, everyone has now made their way out on the track, so you can only watch one at a time, boys. Oh well. Gupta then. It's looking good. It's looking very good for Gupta indeed. He's now beautiful Alpine car coming up towards the end of sector 2. What's his split time this time? It's half a second up, so he's going to be right on the cusp of the front row here. He's going to be very close indeed. What can he do through the final sector? Obviously only really 2 corners, 1 chicane and then this final corner, but you lose a lot of time on the straights if you don't have the battery for it, which Gupta looks like he's done perfectly this time. He comes now as close to the left hand side as possible. It's a 27.1. He goes third for now. Great lap from Gupta. That's him done for the session. Who is next to challenge the front row? It is Moomin Rider. What can he do? Giving it everything. DRS down towards the end of sector 2 now. He's 2 tenths up, so it's not going to be a massive improvement. I don't think it's enough, unfortunately, to get near the front row, but I'll be hoping to sneak a top 5 here, Moomin. Be a good result for him in qualifying. Fancy some screen time, so went out early. Everyone was shy and sat in the pits. Sat here, nothing to do. Moving into the 27s, 27.9 goes up to P5. Who have we got next? It's Brewdog then, around the final corner. Can he get in? He's got to find 9 tenths to gain a spot, so it's going to be a tough ask. But we'll see. Here it comes. It's 28.2. He gained nearly 8 tenths, so it's a great effort. Who's next? Who have we got? It is Delano. He comes around the final corner. He's just under a tenth up. Can he get back ahead of Moomin? Here he comes. He's very low on battery. He doesn't quite. He sneaks into the 27s though. He's Sab. Can he get anywhere near car seat? He's probably the favourite to get onto the second spot on the grid. Here he comes. It's 26.8 only. Well, I say only. It's a great lap. But still 6 tenths off Carsey. But that probably guarantees him the front row. As Rapid is invalidated. Who was that? Was that Colin? P7 for Colin. What can Mamo do? Here he comes. Mamo goes up to P5. 27.4. Now what about Mr. Carsey? Absolutely flying. Can he get into the 25s? Surely not. Oh, it's unlucky. Wow. 26.0. What a lap. That is crazy. Wow, wow, wow. 26.0. Absolute maniac. Great effort there. What a lap. Improved on last season's pole time. So he's learned a bit in the off season. What a lap. He'll be gutted he didn't get a 25. I know Carsey. He'll be gutted he didn't get a 25 there. But you can't get much closer. What a lap. What a lap. Wow, wow, wow. That is 2 poles in a row. His karma reduced has left the session. That is concerning for him. He'll need to get back in within the next 4 seconds. Really. I'll invite him here now. Quickly. Where is he? Invite. So Carsey on pole by 8 tenths of a second. Crazy. Sab, I said he was the favourite for the front row. He's on the front row. So we will now have a 5-minute break. And then I will take you through the grid and then the race. Bring it on. See you in 5. Right, here we go. Unfortunately, we've had a little discussion in the Discord, and Karma has unfortunately not made the race. Oh, what is going on here? Is Carsey okay? That was very strange. They must have made contact. So that's not great for them. But I don't think that will stop Carsey, unfortunately. Anyway, it's Carsey on pole with Sab P2. Obviously, that's potentially where Ransdell would have qualified anyway. And then we've got Gupta, Rapid, Mamo, Moomin, Delano, Colin, Brewdog, Beastie, Alpha Rome's, Jeffy Nort, Kev, Find the Pass, Hayes, Vaddy, Watson, Adam Halford and Gumbra at the back. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, Cambridge is unable to get in due to joining late to start with, for whatever reason, and then disconnecting, unfortunately. So that's a shame, especially as Williams lead the constructors. Is not ideal. Let's have a look at tyres then, shall we? All of the top 15 are on the mediums. Vatty just wants to be different. Look at him, bless him. Along with Watson, who's always on the hards, so he's not different, to be honest. Watson always on the hard tyre. Always starts on the hards. Everyone else on the mediums. The front two are disqualified already. Didn't fancy the formation lap. Carsey just wanted the extra time to have his feet up. Anyway, here we go. It is race time. A lot of disqualification. Adam Halford's not having a good night, is he? Oh dear. Here we go then. Here come the lights. 5 lights are on. Here we go. We're underway. The race is on. Good start from Sab and Gupta. Carsey looking to retain the lead there around the outside, but Sab takes the lead. This is Carnage down towards turn 4 now. Rapid and Mamo side by side. Ooh, just about get away with it there. Look at them all filing through now. Adam and Kev at the back. What's going on here? Sab leads then. Carsey down to 3rd. God, it's all happening. What a start from Find the Pass up to P11. Kev unfortunately has dropped to the back of the field. It's not great for him. Gumba up 5 places. Great start there from Gumba. He'll be very happy with that. Hayes up to 13th. They're all going to now be looking to either pull out a gap or stay in the DRS of the car in front. The only gap at the moment is between 13th and 14th for Gumba then. Karma's left again, and that is unfortunately the last we'll see of him this evening. Has Kev got any damage? Let's have a look. Doesn't look like it, so he's okay to continue, which is good as we start lap 2 now. There's someone loose. So the top 3 already breaking away, same as last week, but obviously Sab instead of Ransdell this evening. Shame Ransdell is in here. That could have been a great battle with the 4 of them, and obviously we'd like to see Halford up there as well. But he's not had a great start to the season, has he really? Yeah, it looks like a 3-horse race already then out front. Carsey with some work to do. Can he go for it and get that win? I think he's probably looking like still the favourite here because he's just so good around this track. Sorry about that. Anywho, Rapid already 2 seconds behind, forming a bit of a train of his own now. Got all the way down to 13th there in the train. Thank you, Wilbers. There's Watson box at the end of lap 1. Must have had a bit of damage there, unfortunately for him. Not great. Williams then leading the constructors after round 1 appears to have jinxed them. It's an absolute nightmare, unfortunately. Can Sab now break the DRS before... Will he want Gupta just to sit in between him and Kasi now? It's very interesting. Kasi, if he gets in front, Kasi will run away. But it's not as easy as just overtaking here. As here comes Rapid now. Mamo got ahead of him. It must have been on the last straight. Unfortunately, I missed that. I was sneezing. I'm afraid. Just further down, we got Hayes, Brewdog, and Find the Pass together. Nice little battle here. Hayes up to P12 now. We're hoping for a bit of a recovery. We know she's a lot better than what we've seen so far this season. She should probably be challenging very competitively for at least 4th place this evening. All being well. Along with Halford as well. He'll be very upset with his start. It's not been a great season for Halford so far. Obviously a good recovery last week. Can he do the same this evening? We shall see. We shall see. Foot down, no more Mrs. Nice Guy. I love it. I love it. That sounded like someone smacked the wall, but it could have been anyone. What can she do? She's now got a teammate in front of her. Whether they'll swap or fight, who knows? That's up to them. They are allowed. They can fight anyone. Don't have to let them through if they're your teammate. Look at that. Finally a good camera angle. Look at this. It's Rapid now. Gonna have another go at Mamo here. What can he do? DRS. Will he burn ERS? He's low on fuel by the looks of it. He's happy to sit behind Mamo for now. He's not going to go for it into turn 1. Look at this train. The Mamo train. Not the train you want to be a part of. That is for sure. Halford up to P14 now. He's got a little bit of gap in front of him for him to push. Close. See what his pace is like in free air. It's fatty now on those hard tyres. Someone has spud. Is it? Oh, it's not Alpha Rome's again. Whoa, that was very scary. Oh, wow. That was unbelievably scary. Unfortunately, he's picked up a penalty. I didn't know that was contact, but obviously there was, according to the game. But wow. Fucking hell. That was quite scary. Unfortunate for Alfa Rome's then. That has absolutely ruined his evening. Second race in a row, he's had a bit of a nightmare, unfortunately. There's now... It is very much a 3-horse race, as I suggested. There's absolutely no one getting near these. There's Kasi now. Takes Gupta. Oh, that's frustrating. I'll get that wrong multiple times, I'm sure. Kasi now up to second. And Alfa Rome's has picked up the first and second penalty of the race. Absolute disaster for him, unfortunately. Not a great evening. I don't know if there was contact or if he spun. I know I've spun there many times, but I've never faced the wrong way in the middle of the track with no ghosting. That is very scary. Wow. Kasi now will cruise up behind Sab. Already, of course, still in the DRS. Gupta will just be happy to hang on. Looking to cling on. Scrapes the wall there. That doesn't matter too much. Should get away with that. As Rapid. Whoa, what a save. Mamo out of the 1 second now. Can he break away? Not quite. Not quite for Mamo. Would have been a lonely race. He just wants something to go entertain him for the rest of the evening. He doesn't want to sit on his own in P4 all night, surely. Can't be having that, can we? Be boring. Hayes and Brewdog have spot places now. As we've got another yellow. Is it Alfa Rome's again? It is. He's got damage this time. Ooh. He's avoided Watson, but Alpha Rome's has had an absolute nightmare start to the season in 2 of the 3 divisions. I cannot remember how he did on Sunday. I can't imagine it was any worse than Tuesday or Thursday. Unfortunately for him, this is an absolute disaster. We've got pit stops already. That is very early. What tyres are they going for? Maybe it is a 2-stop race. 20 laps on the hard tyres is very, very brave. But is it doable? We're about to find out, I guess. Beastie and Find the Paths are the 2 that pit. Alfa Rome's has now got damage, unfortunately, to the left front end plate there. So that's not very good for him. He is coming into the pits now. What an absolute disaster for him. That's a real shame. Unfortunately, race ruined. And they'll serve as 10-second penalty. So if there's a safety car, I guess game on. And around here, there's always a high chance with the wall so close. Just one little collision with the wall, and it's game on. Alpha. He just needs to stay on the lead lap. Rapid then has recovered from his little error. Right back on the bum of ammo. Lucky boy. Is this Carsey's chance to take the lead? Here he goes. He's going for it. Alongside Carsey then into turn 1. They're going to go side by side through the first chicane. Oh, it's tight. Carsey goes through. Carsey leads the race then. And now Sab with very little battery here. Can he hold on to that McLaren's DRS? Otherwise, it is unfortunately looking like that'll be it for him. Second will be the best he can achieve if he can't hold on for at least a few laps, at least until the pit stops, and try and undercut Carsey. The field's now starting to spread out a little bit. We've still got a bit of a train behind Mamo though. Newman now right on the back of Colin. He'll be hoping to get back in his teammates' DRS. Aston Martin looking strong. 6th and 7th at the moment. Good for them. Alfa Rome's just got to keep going and hope for a safety car. That is all he can hope for, unfortunately, now. It's about up in P12 now. Halford's coming back through, up to P11. Looking good. Kev, after a strong qualifying, unfortunately the race has not quite turned out to go his way yet. But, like I said, it's a long way to go. 25 lap race. We're only on lap 7, so Beastie now is going to catch the, well, I say back markers, but they're not really back markers, they're just the lower end of the field, I guess. 8 seconds now between 3rd and 4th already, so they're pulling out a second a lap really. Those 3 are just in another league. We need Halford to try and, well, the best Halford can hope for this evening is 4th, unfortunately for him. What can he get up to 4th? There's a lot of cars to overtake and a lot of traffic. Starting with the 2 Haas cars who are going to work together to try and keep him behind for as long as possible. Alfred then will be hoping for a better race next time. An absolute disastrous start to the season for Ferrari. All the Ferrari man. Hello, Bucko. Collie was good fun, mate. Where are you tonight? Can Hayes close up to the back of Moomin? Watson with a 3-second penalty. Collie was good fun. Carsey absolutely smashed it. See, Bucko, your teammate's not here either, so your team aren't scoring any points tonight. After a strong race last week at Monza. It's all gone down the toilet this evening, unfortunately for you. Surely now Rapid will attack Momo here. Here he goes, he's burning the battery now. They're going to go side by side across the finish line. Rapid goes through up to P4. Nicely done. Moomin. Here comes Adam. No way through there, unfortunately. The two Haas cars working well together. But Adam Halford with a little switch back there. They're going to go side by side down to turn 4. This is going to be dangerous. Ooh, it's going to be tight. Adam around the outside. He's done it. What a move. Bucko. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. I didn't know. I don't know where Ransdell is, unfortunately. He's not here. I don't know where he is. Adam now back into the top 10. Second recovery drive in as many races for him, unfortunately. Carsey has now broke the DRS to the two guys behind him, so it looks like, unless there's a strategic masterclass from either of these two, Carsey is going to run away with this race now. And then behind him, behind the top 3, it's anyone's game for P4 this evening. In comes Sab. We said he'd have to undercut Carsey. Well, he's going for it. Let's see what he can do. Will he come out in clear air? That is the question. He'll be desperate to get some clear air now. Hopefully for him, between the Haas and the... Yeah, look, he's going to come out. This is going to be a nightmare for him, I think. Can he get out ahead of Alpha? Adam, just about. That has worked out very nicely, to be honest. But he is going to come up behind Moomin and Colin now. It's very nicely done. Unfortunately, there's not a very big gap. As Moomin's gone round, there's no ghosting. Oh my god, Moomin. Wow, that is scary. With no ghosting and blind corners. Wow. Great save from Moomin. Did he keep out of the wall? It doesn't look like he's got any damage. So, 2 spins tonight for Red Bull. They are bottom of the championship as it stands already, and they're not having a good race this evening at all. Unfortunately for them, this season has started very badly. Sab now in the DRS of Colin. You'll be hoping to get him straight away. Will Carsey respond by boxing, or will he get... Carsey's going around again. Gupta is in this time. So will Gupta be able to get out ahead of Adam Halford? Again, I think it will be close. Sab now should take P6 nice and easily, and then the gap ahead of him is going to open up beautifully for him. We've got a yellow flag ahead. That's that Alfa roams again, I believe. Unfortunately, Gupta now rejoins. Whoa, that's cheeky. Not sure if that was lag or blatant cheating. But he is now going to get stuck behind Colin for this whole sector, so we'll just watch this unfold. This is going to be ruining Gupta's race. Unfortunately for him. He is now over 3 seconds behind Sab now. Mamo will be hoping to hold up Sab for his mate Carsey. Or will he just let him through? Fuck you, Carsey, he'll say. Let's wait and see. Mamo not burning any battery, happy to let him go. Mamo just running his own race then, looking to get a better result for himself. Which I guess is the right thing to do, but those tyres look like they're struggling a lot now. Carsey's going around again. So what does Carsey know? What does Carsey know? Or is he just hoping for an offset at the end and an attack? He's gonna, if he keeps this up, he'll probably drop behind Gupta, to be honest. Definitely lose out to Sab at this speed, depending on any mistakes, of course. Adam is now back up to P4, but still yet to box. Mamo's in now. Beastie boxed early and up to P5. If Beastie can get those tyres to the end, we could see a Beastie train. Vatty in P6, but yet to box. Looking good for Vatty. He'll be open for a late safety car. Oh, it's close to the wall. That. Oh. Wilversby. It looks like Bucko's seat is up for grabs. Come and get it, boy. Rapid now. Goes side by side with Find the Pass. Down into the hairpin. Oh, it's contact and Find the Pass is round. He's going to be right in the middle of the track. Oh, no. Oh, it's a disaster. And there's the safety car. And it's absolute carnage. Oh, no. That is not ideal. Find the Pass out the race, unfortunately. If anyone can hear me, watch for the back mark, the damaged car. It looks like it's cleared now. So we should be good now, but car seat, an absolute stroke of luck. And that has saved Alfa Rome's life. He's back in the race. Wowzers. Sabden does still take the lead, so it's not won yet. Adam, will Vatty be able to get those a set of mediums to the end of the race from here? It's going to be a tough ask for him. Did Rapid get any damage? He may have got side pod. I'm not too sure who was at fault there. We'll have to review after the race. It's obviously down to the stewards. But that should bring everyone back together now for what will be probably a 10 or 11 lap sprint finish. Everyone on new tyres, mainly. Vatty's rejoined in P9, so Vatty would be very happy if he should be able to get those tyres to the finish line. He's the first drive, he's the lead car on the mediums. Wow. Well, that's brought everyone back together. This is going to be very exciting now. Unfortunately, Find the Pass is out of the race after being smashed into. That is one of the negatives for having ghosting. If there was no ghosting there, he would have been absolutely fine to continue. He'd still be in the race, but he would have lost quite a few spaces. Unfortunately, I think it was it must have been Hayes. She had the penalty. It must have been her who smashed in to Find the Pass. She was trying to find the pass and instead found the side of his car. So that's not great. Both Astons as well. Disaster. It's unfortunate for them. Unfortunate for them. But still a long way to go. Alfa Rome's now. That's why you don't retire unless you get taken out. That's why you keep going. Because these now, obviously he's still got a penalty. But he's now going to be able to catch up to the back of the field. And he can still probably box and still catch up. Because the safety car will go around this lap and probably next as well. So I imagine we'll go racing again on lap 16. So it'll be a 10 lap sprint to the end. Which is very exciting. For me anyway. These lot will be shitting themselves. Still no penalties for Kev either. Looking good. Looking good, Kev. Still in the race. Strong qualifying. Not too sure what happened to Kev at the start. We'll probably hear about it afterwards, I'm sure. Hopefully he can let us know. Oh, my first proper crash on the stream. That was exciting. It was good. It wasn't good. It was terrible. But I caught it. I caught it on stream. Get in. Alfa Romeo does now box, so he's doing the right thing. He'll have a fresh set of tyres. If he times it right, he'll have warmer tyres as well. Depending on when the safety car, when he captures the back of the pack. Yeah, unlucky to find the pass. It did look tight going into that corner. I'm not too sure what happened, but you ended up being smashed into. Unfortunately, we've got ghosting off now. So unlucky. See you again next week. I believe next week is the first sprint race of the season with the new sprint format, which we trialled at the end of last season. And when we voted whether you guys wanted to keep the old format or switch to new, it was 100% in favour of the new format. So we stuck with the old one. No, I'm joking. The new format will be slightly different. Well, quite a bit different. It'll be short qualifying and then a 25% race with a mandatory pit stop, and that'll be the sprint race. And then the results from the sprint race will reverse the top 10 for the main race on the grid, and then a normal 50% race, rather than having two separate qualifying sessions. So that'll be fun next week. We're at Texas, which is a great track, one of my favourite tracks to race. So I'm looking forward to that. And I didn't actually see the last sprint race. Unfortunately, I was meant to be racing, but yeah, didn't. Fell asleep. That's my bad. It is Sab who leads then from Carsey, but Carsey was looking to go longer anyway for that offset. He's got the offset, but he hasn't got track position. Adam Halford has ended up in P5. How's that? How's that for a bit of luck? Eh? Good effort. Will the safety car come in, or will we go round again? Let's wait and see. I imagine it was probably going to come in this lap, but yep, there we go. There's the confirmation. Alfa Rome's not quite on the back of the field, but that's a shame for him. But he's a lot closer than he was, and he's now going to have hot tyres, and he might still catch up if he's lucky. If we keep going at this speed, he'll almost certainly catch up. He's now back in the race. He'll be very happy with that. He's been saved. Who do we want to watch on board from? Let's go with Gupta here. Alpha is now on the back as Sab goes early just for the last corner. Back racing then. Back across the line. Start lap 16. 10 laps sprint finish. Well, not sprint finish. Sprint race to finish the race. As we got Brewdog up in P6. It's a great effort. We've got Beastie and Moomin side by side through the first chicane. Oh, it's going to get close. Oh, beautifully done from Beastie. Beautiful driving. Oh, and he holds on to it. Can he? Yeah, beautiful. Great stuff from Beastie. We've got yellow flag in sector 2. That's bizarre. Actually quite annoying as well. We've got Rapid. What's going on here? Rapids had a great start. Had a great qualifying, and then the race has been action packed for him for sure. He's been involved in everything, it seems. Fatty holding out P9, looking good. Adam up in P5. Adam unfortunately has lost the top 3 already, so I said he would be aiming for P4, and it looks like it's still going to be aiming for P4 here. Unless Mamo can cling on to the DRS. He's burning a battery. He's burning to keep up. Carsey will still fancy himself to win this one with the fresh tyres, and he'll know he's overtaken Sab before and managed to break the DRS pretty easily. Well, not pretty easily, but he's managed to do it. So we know it's possible. It's whether or not Mamo now is still in the DRS here. So can he pull it off? So we got Vatty and Moomin side by side. Oh, we've also got Watson and Rapid. This could get feisty. Everyone's going Going at it now. There's only 10 laps left. 9 laps remaining now. They're going to give it everything. Ammo just outside the DRS. That will make him vulnerable. Ooh. Can he get away from Halford? Halford's not looking... He's looking a bit rusty still. We know how good this guy is. Dominated the first half of Season 7. Managed to claim the championship. There's no DRS for Mamo, unfortunately. Will we see Adam mount an attack here into the last corner? He's going to close up and then probably attack into turn 1, I would have thought, as Carsey, who takes the lead. Gupta's there as well, look. Gupta's up the inside. Sab's tyres are just that much older, unfortunately. Will Gupta attack for the lead, or will he be happy to sit there? He's happy to sit there for now, but here comes Sab up the inside. Oh, he sent it and managed to put it off, and Gupta gets a 3-second penalty. That could be controversial in the stewards' room after the race. Oh my god. These two are now letting Carsey win, basically. They're just going at it. This is unbelievable. Gupta with a 3-second penalty, unfortunately. That is absolutely ruined his race, which is a real shame. He's looking very good. He may be able to get a warning removed, of course, but he'll need proof that it happened and the race director. Proof of a double or a problem or whatever the issue. Because we got Alpha Rome's with wing damage again. Oh, Alpha. Gumban out. 14th with a bit of a queue behind him. They want to come past. That was Jeffy Door in a spin. He got a 10-second penalty for that. There's been a lot of that tonight. I'm not too sure what that's about. It's a bit crap, to be honest. Gupta will be very upset. He looked like he could have mounted an attack for P1, but he's ended up P3 and with a penalty. So unfortunately for Gupta, it's a disaster. But these two are going to go for part 2 then. Is Gupta going to go for it up the inside? Ooh! Beautiful racing here in Jeddah. Going side by side down towards turn 4. This could get nasty. I can't see from this angle. Beautiful move from Gupta. Absolutely superb. We need some better camera angles though. These are dreadful, to be honest. As Alpha Robes. Well, yeah. We probably saw that coming from about lap 2, to be honest. Very disappointing for him. Again. Another disappointing night, unfortunately. Rapid now on the back of A. How much are you paying the cameraman? Obviously not enough, mate, because this is a bloody nightmare. What can Rapid do? Can he get Vatty? When will he attack? Will he save it for the back straight, the main straight, or on the next lap? Or Vatty recharging the battery there, so he knows the attack is coming. Vatty's got a queue of fast cars behind him now. Rapid's pushing him along there. We have had some good camera angles, but a few absolute shockers as well. Sab and Gupta are going at it again. We're going to give some other people some airtime because those two are just beating each other up. But I want to see them into the chicane again because this is brilliant to watch. Hopefully a better camera angle this time. Not really, but we can see this looks better. Oh, let's go on board with Sab here. Will he send it into turn 4? Surely not. Oh, Alfred is right behind him along with Mamo. Top 5 could finish in any order, to be honest, behind Carsey. Brewdog absolutely superb at the moment up in P6, looking brilliant. Sab, what happened there? Ah, I missed that one, unfortunately. Sab has dropped down to P5. It's an absolute nightmare. Can Gupta now run away and get 3 seconds ahead? So his penalty will become irrelevant if he can, but it's going to be a very tough ask for sure. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Had Adam Halford there now, rather than Mamo. Sab now in the attack against Mamo. He's going to go for out the inside into the final corner. Ooh! A little bit of contact, but not too bad. He's got no battery left though, fortunately. Adam now will be happy to sit behind Gupta and see if they can break away from Mamo and Sab. And Brewdog still there in P6, looking absolutely superb for a great result today. So we've got Hayes now back up to P11, climbing back through after that penalty for the incident, shall we say. Might be able to get a TikTok out of that. That was thoroughly entertaining from my side. Probably not so much from the driver's point of view, but I loved it. So I'll be having a look back at that for sure. As Sab has left the session. It's not ideal for him. Right now, make him. Oh, he's going to lose a whole load of spaces here. It's an absolute nightmare. But everyone else will be laughing. A free spot for everyone if they can get him. I'm not sure. I might be able to invite him back actually. Probably should have done that straight away, but it's on me. He's not online, unfortunately. It's a shame, because Sab has been pit boxed. That's... Ugh. I hate this game. Oh well. Race ruined for Sab. Gupta now has broke the DRS to Adam, but he's not looking like he's going to be able to pull 3 seconds out. It could be a third or fourth still for Gupta this evening. Can Mamo cling on to the back of Halford though? We'll have to wait and see. Sab saying his PC crashed. That is an absolute disaster. He's putting back on the used mediums. It's not ideal. As Rapid and Beastie swap places. Rapid's flying. Beastie, of course, with the penalty. Rapid looking to get back up to P5, which is where he was in the early stages of the race, back there with Mamo. A little to save the battery for the run down to turn 1, I would have thought. Carsey begins lap 23, 3 laps to go. He's just going to bring it home now. Nice and easy for him. Little Rapid attack. He's burning the battery, but it looks like Brewdog's got the straight line speed to defend it. Good stuff, Brewdog. Looking great. P5 for Brewdog would be a superb result, I have to say. Hayes back up to P9. Moomin off the track there. Not too sure what that was all about. Looking like a great night for Haas at the moment. Very good recovery from Hayes. And Delano, of course, as well. And Colin back up to 13th now after their penalties. They're very unfortunate penalties. Wrong place, wrong time for them, I'm afraid. It's a real shame. Kevin Gumba still going. I didn't get it wrong once last week, and this week just keep getting it wrong. Gupta and Gumba keep getting it mixed up. will Rapid attack? When will he attack? He's got plenty of battery. Is he going for it here? Or will he save it for the main straight? It looks like he's going to save it for the pit straight, maybe? Yep. Interesting. He's got 80% battery now. There's a Brewdog there with a little bit twitchy. Oh, surely he's not going to be able to hang on this time. Here comes Rapid. They're going to... Yeah, round the outside he goes. Will Brewdog fight it or let him go? He's let him go. Brewdog happy to settle for P6. Which is still going to be a very good result. As Moomin has got damage, unfortunately. That might have been why he was off the track a couple of laps ago. That is a shame. Vatty now in P12. Still be a good result for Vatty. I think he'll be relatively pleased with that. He's going to get P11 I think now though, because Moomin is railroaded and that will really hurt Moomin. Red Bull's start to the season has been sub-optimal to say the least, unfortunately for them. As Moomin with the wing damage. Oh, Moomin. Just can't do anything unfortunately for him. Adam Halford and Gupta are going to be very close to dropping, or Adam and Mamo are going to be close to dropping out of Gupta's penalty window here. Gupta could find himself finishing in P2. It should be a big save. If Mamo attacks Adam, then Gupta will be laughing. As we head on now to what will be the final lap of the race. It's absolutely flown by again. Great stuff. And I've still got to choose driver of the day. At the moment, if it stays like this, I know who I'm picking. But if Mamo gets a podium, it's going to make it interesting. He's going for it around the outside of Adam. Down to turn 4. He's done it, I think. Oh, he has. He's done it. But Mamo's gone wide. Did he clip the inside wall? Did he get damage from that? He didn't get damage, but I'm sure I heard the wall clip there. And Gupta now is... I said if they battled that Gupta would run away with P2, and he has. He's got a 4-second gap now. So it's between these two for the final spot on the podium. If Mamo can get that podium, he's my driver of the day. Decision made. Will he be able to hold on though? That is the question. We're going to stick with this through the middle part of the lap. Will Adam attack? Where will he attack? He's going to have to do it down to the final corner, I think, surely. We will go to Carsey in 1 second to see him across the line for his first win of the season. First of many, I imagine. But will Adam attack? Has he got? He's got half a second to make up down this straight. Oh, we're gonna watch this, I'm afraid. Ah, the camera angle's terrible. Carsey wins the race. Adam goes for the switchback. It's going to be a race to the finish line. Gupta will take second. Here we go. DRS for Adam. They're going to be so close across the line. Who's going to get the podium? It's Mamo. He claims driver of the day and the podium by 17 thousandths. Well done, Samuel. Superb. Brewdog. Excellent result for him as well. P6 and 7 for Haas. Delano P8, Beastie P9, Vatty gets the top 10, Colin 11, Moomin 12, Watson 13, Kev an excellent 14th, Gumba 15th, Jeffy Naught, and then unfortunately Sab, who disconnected earlier. What a race! What a finish! Unbelievable stuff. What a race. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It's carnage, chaos, bedlam, scenes. Had a bit of everything. Driver of the day goes to Hayes. Interestingly, I've gone for Mamo. His first podium in a long time. And I need to make sure I get the results here, otherwise Vatty will tell me off. So it's Carsey, Gupta, Mamo, Adam, Rapid, Brewdog, Hayes, Delano, Beastie, Vatty, Colin, Moomin, Watson, Kev, Gumba, Jeffy Naught, Sab, and then Alfa Rome's retired in the pits, unfortunately, and then Find the Pass got, well, bullied and absolutely punched by about 17 other drivers on the track there. But yeah, what a race. And that was round 2 of the season. Next week, as I mentioned earlier on, we're at Texas for the first sprint of the season. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week for the first sprint. Thanks for watching.